Hey, it's Deagle Beagle. So we're gonna go over Scrafty and Mega Scrafty today, how to use them. And I want to say there's a lot of ways to use it, but for the fourth move, there are different options. It depends on your specific team for that. The standard Scrafty probably should be using Fake Out, Detect, Knockoff, Drain Punch, but there are other options. I like leftovers. Citrus is good as well. Um, you don't have to make it like this for the EV spread, but I think it might be decent in general. If you want to try to counter Hyper Voice from, say, Sylveon, you could use a faster one, although a timid Sylveon is rare, but it can outspeed a Scrafty, and that's not where all the fairy moves come from. Typically, it's from faster Pokemon than Scrafty, so I personally don't think I would even try to outspeed fairy Pokemon. It would be wiser probably to use it on a Trick Room team and outspeed it that way, where you don't have to invest speed EVs. But wider with close combat is an option to do more damage and counter Intimidate. By the way, Moonblast will still hit Scrafty and other fairy moves that are not sound moves. Roselli Berry is an option. Normally, though, I think you should be good with Detect. But if you really don't want Detect and you want, say, a third, I guess it's a fourth attacking move, but I don't really count Fake Out. You could use like either Head Smash, Ice Punch for Guard Chomp. Whenever I think you could use High Jump Kick, it's just kind of risky and you don't restore your health. Last Shot is decent versus Intimidate, but I think Knockoff is good, or Throat Chop is probably on average a little bit better. Let's go to Mega Scrafty. Yeah, Thunder Punch might be decent versus like a Pelipper. So Scrafty-Mega with double Intimidate can be really good. However, I wouldn't use it as your only Mega. Normally, I recommend only one Mega, even though that's kind of debatable. I just like more options. If you use two Megas on your team, you have less options. And normally, I don't think you need two Megas unless the one Mega you can't pick often enough. Like Scrafty-Mega is probably the best example, because if they have like King Ambit or something like Melodic that counters its ability, then you really probably don't want to pick it at all. If you do pick it, probably have it in the back, but even still, it's probably too risky. So what counters Scrafty is, normally, say, flying and fairy moves. So you could probably use Metagross Mega as the second Mega. You don't have to, though. You could just use a non-Mega Pokemon to counter its weaknesses. But the standard one, you could use, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure the Modest Sylveon has 111 speed. I'm pretty sure that's why I made it 112 speed. Oh, so it should be one. Did I do it wrong? It should be 20, probably should be 25 and make that 9. Well, you could actually make it have more attack and less bulk, but I think it would be good to have a lot of HP. So on the Mega Scrafty, you pretty much have to have Detect on it. Well, not necessarily, because you do have fake out, but like versus fairy moves or whatever, you probably wanna be able to survive for a turn. So just some different ways on how to use Scrafty-Mega. I know I've liked it with say Sinistcha or some Trick Room Pokemon in the back. So it can be good on a defensive team. You would have to have some way to counter King Ambit and probably a second Mega. So thanks for watching.